back to Sundays in the Garden. It's a really special Sunday here in the UK because it's Mothering Sunday and I'm a mum of 2 little boys, so we're going to be celebrating by visiting somewhere that I have always wanted to visit. If you're new here, my name's Sarah and I share all of the things I get up to in my English cottage garden and allotment area in the United Kingdom. I share garden tours, garden vlogs, things to do in different months of the year, what I'm doing, seeds to sow, jobs we can all be doing. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, I would love for you to subscribe so you can stay up to date with everything I'm doing. But today is a bit of a different one. For my Mother's Day gift this year, my boys have bought me an annual membership to Barnsdale Gardens. This is somewhere I've always wanted to visit. They call it a theme park for gardeners because it's an 8-acre site where there are 38 different show gardens of different varieties, different styles, for us to get ideas and to walk around and enjoy. This is a map of the site, and many people will associate Barnsdale Gardens with Geoff Hamilton, who was the BBC Gardener'S World presenter many years ago now, and he designed all of these gardens on the programme and people watched him build them from scratch. There are 38 different gardens for us to take inspiration from cutting gardens, woodland gardens, wildlife gardens, cottage gardens, rose gardens, allotment gardens, and so much more. So I'm really excited. Let's get going and see what the gardens have to offer. Garden number 1 is the modern estate garden. This area is about the size of the average estate house garden, and it includes a patio area, a lawn area, and some borders either side with shrubs. There is also a curved path which leads to the structure as a focal point at the back of the garden, creating a visual and a physical journey through the garden. I can't wait to see what comes to life in these borders over the next few months and to see this beautiful climbing plant come to life. Garden area number 2 is this rock feature built with some sandstone rocks. They are laid out in a pavement type design, allowing the homeowner to walk amongst the plants. This is a really beautiful and tranquil area of the gardens. Next, we walk past the wildflower meadow, in spring filled with beautiful spring bulbs, and in the summer filled with wildflowers. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one develops over the next few months. Garden number 3 is the Memorial Garden, an area of the garden specifically designated for the memory of Geoff Hamilton, the much-loved gardener and presenter on BBC's Gardener'S World, who created and designed this wonderful place. Garden number 4 is the Gentleman's Cottage Garden. Please feel free to pause these sections of the video so you can take your time and read the information presented to you. I can't wait to see what's going to pop up in here in the next few months. A really beautiful and tranquil garden. Garden number 5 is the Artisan's Cottage Garden. I love this garden because it reminds me a lot of the allotment area at the back of our garden and gives me some ideas of things I could do with the area. Let me know in the comments if you see anything that inspires you. That compost bin in the corner, for example, looks absolutely brilliant. Garden number 6, the Reclaimed Garden. This garden was made almost entirely out of recycled materials, from things such as railway sleepers and floorboards. Garden number 7, the Artificial Rock Garden. Inspired by the rapidly disintegrating limestone slabs that were often common in gardens of the time. Garden number 8, the Stream and Bog Garden. A really tranquil place which is a haven for wildlife of all kinds. The gently meandering water is enough to soothe the soul of anyone lucky enough to spend a moment in time here. Garden number 9 is the First Time Garden, a garden aimed at anyone who is starting a garden for the first time, built on simple design principles and simple planting. Taking a moment here to admire these absolutely beautiful daffodils. Garden number 10 is the Geoff Hamilton winter border. Filled with beautiful hellebores and stunning dogwood, this area is at its best in the winter months. Wow. Garden number 11 is the Penstemon and Hoster beds. Currently quite quiet, but I'm looking forward to seeing how these develop in the coming months. The Cutting Garden is garden number 12, currently mainly filled with daffodils, but I'm looking forward to seeing what appears here in the later spring and summer months. The Woodland was Geoff Hamilton's favourite garden here at Barnsdale, and it's not hard to see why. From the moment you walk in, you're filled with a sense of tranquility and well-being. We all sat down and took a moment to pause and reflect. And it wasn't long before we all decided this was our favourite garden at Barnsdale too. Garden number 14 is the wildlife garden, a garden specifically designed with wildlife in mind. With carefully chosen planting and a lovely wildlife pond, this garden was designed to attract as many garden visitors as possible. As I walked under these beautiful structures, I realised they were covered with the most amazing and well-established climbing roses. I can't wait to see how this area develops in the summer months. Please consider subscribing if you would like to join me on my next garden tour at Barnsdale, which will be taking place in the summer months, when all of these roses will be in full bloom. Can you imagine? Garden number 15 was my husband's favourite, the Japanese garden. We couldn't enter the garden area today due to some structural work that was taking place, but you could see it beautifully through the fence in all its glory. Another area that in the summer I think is going to look absolutely spectacular. Garden number 16 was inspired by the beautiful gardens of Versailles in Paris. For the rest of the video, I'm going to leave you to enjoy the gardens at your leisure, and I'll just introduce each garden as we arrive in it. Garden number 17, the Rose Garden. Garden number 18, the Children's Garden. Garden number 19, the Formal Pool and Knot Garden. Garden number 20, the fruit orchard. Garden 21, the parterre garden. Garden 22, and the largest area we've seen so far, the allotment. Still some delicious sprouts in here to harvest. Garden number 23, the Mediterranean garden. This is another one I can't wait to see how it unfolds in the summer months, as I imagine the Mediterranean garden comes into its own in the warmer weather. Garden number 24, the ornamental kitchen garden. Number 25, the apple arch. Can you imagine what this is going to look like when the blossom comes out? Number 26, the woodland walk. Apologies for my bad filming here. I hope it doesn't spoil the beautiful woodland walk too much for you. According to the Barnsdale Instagram page, the first frog spawn of the year has been spotted in these ponds. Garden number 27, a plantsman's garden. Don't forget you can pause the video if you'd like to take a closer look at some of the information boards I've been sharing. Garden number 28, and another firm favourite for me, a cottage garden. As I come through these gates and walk under the arches, I notice that they too are all covered with beautiful climbing roses, and I cannot wait to see how they develop in the summer months. If you would like to see too, please don't forget to subscribe so you can join me on my next tour of Barnsdale in the summer months. Garden number 33, a country garden. I'm sure you all noticed that we have missed out gardens 29 to 32, and this is because some gardeners were busy making some plans and planting some plants in these areas, and whilst we were able to view them, I didn't want to disturb them by pointing a camera at them while they were busy working. I would highly recommend, if you would like to see these gardens, that you too pop along to Barnsdale and enjoy this wonderful, wonderful place. Number 34, courtyard gardens. The gardens in here are split into 4 individual courtyard gardens in one large area. This courtyard is given over to seating. This area is given over to some beautiful cobble designs. Over here there is planting area and paving area with the sitting area at the back. And the 4th garden has a pond with some stepping stones leading to a seat. Garden number 35, the Town Paradise Garden. Garden number 36 had somebody working in it, so here's garden number 37, a garden studio. A common sight in many back gardens these days, where more people than ever are working from home, a garden studio can be a great addition to any garden. Before we popped into the beautiful tea room to get some tea and cake, I managed to sneak back to garden number 32, a kitchen garden. This was a garden I particularly liked because it reminded me a lot of the allotment area at the back of my own garden. Any of my regular followers will probably know what I mean. This was the last garden I visited today, and if you haven't been to Barnsdale yourself, I highly recommend it. It's a fantastic place to get so many different ideas for our own gardens, with loads of different inspiration on offer. If you haven't already, please subscribe so you can join me here again in the summer months to see how it all unfolds. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a brilliant week, and I'll see you next time.